Good morning. My name is Anthony Scally, 46 years old, and I was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia back in 1990. I've got 5 grown-up children, 5 grandchildren and 2 cats. But only the cats live with me. They take care of themselves, and my mental health team take care of me. We've come a long way, because I couldn't imagine in the last 20 or 30 years that my opinion would count for anything as that of a service user, because all too often in the past it was always known what was good for service users and carers, and it was always the clinical team that knew what was best. So I'm honoured to be here and to play a part. I've been told that the main heading is treatments. Again, we've come a long way in treatments. When you think of insulin comas and LSD being used and experimented with as a treatment, we've come a long way. I could talk to you about some of the medications and some of the side effects, but I'm sure others can do that. Treatment to me is not about medication, because medication on its own is not the answer. Treatment usually coupled with another couple of words: care and support. But to me it should be integral. The treatment should include care and support. It shouldn't be an afterthought. Because okay, you get somebody that's willing to go onto a depot injection for their mental health, or willing to go onto an oral injection for their mental health, an oral medicine I mean, and because of the side effects and the way they are, and the weight gain, which I can stand testimony to, issues of ED, drug rash, bedwetting, salivating, no energy, low energy levels. The care and support are important, because you need to be encouraged to take such medications, otherwise you just won't comply, and that leaves you back, well, I suppose on a hospital ward, which is upsetting for everybody concerned. Care and support also, because from time to time people are over medicated, and some people need to pick up on that. Your carers, or if you're lucky enough to have a CPN or a support worker or some other, can suggest to your doctor that you might be over medicated, and by the same token the medication might not be doing what it's supposed to be doing. So care and support and encouragement are highly important, and to my mind should be part of the treatment, part and parcel of any treatment. Sectioning. I've been sectioned 5 times, and each time was like the first time, because I'd lost insight when I was psychotic. But on 1 or 2 of those occasions I wasn't given any information. I wasn't told, you can appeal to the hospital doctors, you can appeal to the tribunal. I wasn't even sat down and told exactly what the section meant for me. I knew it meant I couldn't go out, but for how long? Is section 2, section 3? It's a lot to take in when you're unwell. And but I also, when it comes to sectioning, believe that somebody should have the role of giving as much information to the patient as possible. And if you're on a section 28 for observation, and a medication is suggested to you, I also believe that a BNF should be on each ward, the British National Formulary, the book that has all the medications in, listing some of the side effects. I believe that that should be made available to all patients as well. And not just patients, patients' families, because sometimes it is a joint decision. The thing that's scaring me at the moment, not entirely treatment, but treatment of others by us, of us by others, is the government policy on welfare reform. I don't want to see people going back to work when they're not ready to go back to work. And we all know that stressful environments and stress can lead to relapses and hospital admissions. So I'd like those clinicians to know their roles and responsibilities when it comes to advising patients or discussing with patients how they feel about going back to work. And they need to be an advocate for the patient, between the patient and the DSS. Because it's all well and good Mr. Cameron and co saying, you know, there's too many people on benefit and there's work that can be done. You're not only competing with able-bodied and able-minded people for the same jobs, you've got the disadvantages of being unwell from time to time. I could pass any work-related test that can be put to me on a good day, but as you know, we don't always have good days. Some days I don't want to get out of bed. Coming back to care and support, that's where care and support comes in. I'm not talking about somebody going and doing a couple of hours in a charity shop and work that they enjoy doing. I hope they wouldn't be penalised through the benefit system for doing it. I'm talking about this big ESA thing where they're stopping incapacity benefit and changing it over to a benefit that's I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but if you don't like the work you're doing and you feel you're being made to go there, and then you may not comply with your drugs, I can see tragedies around corners. You know, somebody's picking on me at work, I don't want to go, but you must go, you'll lose your job. And it may well be that somebody is picking on somebody at work, or it may well be the illness and things being misconstrued. We all know that everybody knows that's ever worked. You come home from work and it's not always easy to switch off. It's not always easy to switch off. You bring your work home with you. That can lead to being agitated, lack of sleep, and then you've got to get up and face it all the next day. So I'd just like the clinicians to understand their role as an advocate for the patient. I can only speak of my experience, and no one can take that away from me. And now, to end with a blatant plug for a book I wrote 3-4 years ago. If you Google my name, you'll see the book, or YouTube my name, or Amazon my name. All of what I spoke about, but in more detail, is in that book. And all the charities, all the royalties go to charity. Thank you.